this is Julie. In this video we're going to take a look at expanded notation problems. So here's the typical problem that you might see around expanded notation. We are supposed to write the number 24,516 in expanded notation. So first of all, we need to know what expanded notation is. Well, expanded notation is a way of writing numbers that really emphasizes the place value of each digit. So what we do with expanded notation is we look at each digit in the number and we're going to write out that digit and its place value. And then in between each digit and place value, we're going to put a plus sign. So if I'm doing the number 24,516, I'm going to start with the 2 because it's the first number. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that the place value of the 2 is the 10,000s place. And I know that because I can count backwards from the ones place here, and I can see that the 6 is in the ones place, the 1 is in the tens place, 5 is in the hundreds place, 4 is in the thousands place, and the 2 is in the 10,000s place. So if I'm writing this out in expanded notation, I'm going to say that I have 2 10,000s and then I'm going to put a plus sign. The next digit over is the 4, and the 4 we said was in the thousands place, so I have 4 thousands. I'm going to put another plus sign. The next digit is the 5, and it's in the hundreds place. Kind of running out of room here, so I'm going to go down to another line, so I'm putting a plus sign. Next digit is the 1, and the 1 is in the tens place, so I've got 110. And then the last digit I have here is the 6, and the 6 is in the ones place, so I have 6 ones. And so that's the expanded notation version of this number. And if you think about it, if I were to add this all up, if I were to add up two 10,000s, that would be 20,000, plus 4,000s, that would be 24,000, plus 500s would be 24,500, plus 110 would be 24,510, and then if I were to add 6 ones onto that, I'd have 24,516, and that would be the same as the number that was originally given to me. So that's what expanded notation looks like, and you can see that with really large numbers it's going to get a little bit tedious to write that all out, but we'll actually take a look at what one of those will look like. This time we're going to write the number 102,599 in expanded notation, and this number will actually have a little twist in it, so we're going to do it two different ways. The first thing I'm going to look at here is my first digit is 1, and the 1 in this number is in the 100,000s place. So I'm going to say that my first digit here is 1. I have 100,000. And now I have, I've got a 0 in the 10,000s place, and so this is where the sort of little twist comes in. I have two different ways that I can do this. One thing I could do is I can actually say that I have 0 10,000s, and then I could just keep going. I've got 2,000s. Let's see if I can fit this on here. And then I have 500s. And I have 9 10s. And I have 9 1s. Okay, so that's one way I can write that number out. And if you like to make sure that you're accounting for every digit in the number, then you can definitely include the 0 in the 10,000s place here. The other thing that I could do, if I didn't want to have to write quite so much, is I could say that I have 100,000 plus, I could skip over that 0 10,000s because I have 0 10,000s. Really the next thing I'm adding on here is 2,000s. 500s plus, just move down to the next row here, 9 tens and 9 ones. And that would be another correct expanded notation version of the number 102,599. One thing to notice about expanded notation is that when we write out the digits of the numbers, we are just writing the digits. We're not putting them into words. So I'm writing, 1, 0, 2, and then only writing out the place values in words. So 100,000, 10,000s, thousands, and so on. Let's look at one last example where things get kind of turned around. So in this last example now, rather than being given a regular number or a number in standard form, which we haven't really defined yet, but standard form is just sort of the normal way of writing a number, we're given expanded notation, and we're going to turn around and write that number in standard form. So I'm going to kind of just think backwards from what I was just doing. I'm starting off with a number with 3 millions. So I know that 3 million, the millions place comes right before a comma. So that means I'm going to have a 3 and then a comma. And then if I think about what comes next, I've got 200,000s. Well, the next place is the 100,000s place, so I'll put my 2 there. And then the next place over would be the 10,000s, and it's telling me that I've got 4 10,000s, so I'll put a 4. And then the next place over would be the thousands. Now notice that in my expanded notation here, I'm jumping straight to hundreds. So that means I'm going to have a 0 in the thousands place, and then a 6 in the hundreds place, and then a 9 in the tens place, and an 8 in the ones place. So in standard form, or in the normal way of writing a number, this number would be 3,240,698. And that makes sense with the expanded notation that I was given for that number. So that's expanded notation. In the next video, we'll take a look at writing words or numbers in what are called word names.